Welcome back. Today we're working on my son's 2013 BMW 528i, an F10 series. The check engine light was on, the outside temperature was reading -40 degrees, and the AC wouldn't even come on. So today we're going to replace the external temperature sensor and see if we can get rid of that P0073 code and get everything working again. For this job, you will need a replacement sensor like the one here. You will also need a jack, impact drill or breaker bar, jack stand with pinch weld pad adapter, a 17mm socket, and a 8mm socket. Of course, BMW couldn't put this sensor in an easy-to-access location. It's tucked in behind the grille on the passenger side of the car, just far enough that you can't reach it through the grille, which is why a shop would charge a couple $100s for this job. So before we can get the old sensor out, we need to jack up the car and remove the passenger wheel. Once that's out of the way, we will have slightly better access to the location. If you're jacking the car up from the front, this is the jacking point you'll want to use. It gives you a solid point to safely lift the front of the car so we can put the jack stand under the pinch weld location on the passenger side of the car. Now grab that 17mm socket and an impact wrench and rip those lugs off. If you are using a breaker bar, it will be easier to loosen the lugs while the car is on the ground. Give the tire a couple kicks in different places to knock it off. I should also mention I left the floor jack in place for extra support and stability. You might give the car a little shake before you go crazy kicking the tire. Now let's take a look at the sensor from this point of view. It's a little easier to get a better shot of it from this angle. Get your 8mm socket so you can remove the two screws that are holding this vent in place in order to access the sensor's connector. With the vent out of the way, we now have a good view of the sensor and its connector. I'm going to pull the sensor out before disconnecting the wire to hopefully make it a little easier to squeeze the clip on the connector. I fidgeted with it for about 30 seconds in order to remove the connector. Here's the old one on the left and the new one I purchased on Amazon on the right. I will leave a link to this sensor and the other products I used in the video. Some of those links are Amazon affiliate links. If you purchase using one of those links, I could earn a small commission, but it doesn't cost you anything extra. I truly appreciate any support you can give. I don't need the little pigtail that came with the sensor, but I am using it to practice making the connection because I know it won't be easy squeezing both of my big hands in that vent hole to clip the new sensor in. I wish I had some great piece of advice that would help you make this connection. Maybe find someone with small hands, or just put on some good music and fiddle with it for a couple minutes like I did. While I was in there making the connection, I went ahead and pushed the sensor back in place. It doesn't take much pressure. Before we put everything back together, let's go start the car, clear the diagnostic trouble codes, and rescan it. The check engine light is gone, which is always a good sign, but I still want to open the car scanner app to see if all the codes are gone. As you can see here, there were several codes that I think triggered as a result of P0073 error. To make sure, we need to clear these codes and then scan again. All the codes are gone, so I can now safely say we've fixed the problem and can start putting the car back together. Put your tire back on and jack the car back up in order to remove the jack stand. With the car back on the ground, you can tighten the lug nuts to 103 foot-pounds. I want to thank you for watching, and I hope this video can help save you a few dollars and keep your BMW running smoothly. If you can find it in your heart to give this old dad a like, follow, or subscribe, I would be truly grateful. Remember that instructions might be optional, but research isn't. Hopefully I'll see you on the next DIY project. God love ya.